Hey trainers, are you ready for some spooky fun? It's that time of year, again time to break down all the eerie excitement of Pokemon GO's Halloween event.
Oh, you know it's going to be good. And trust me, this year's event is packed with more tricks and treats than ever before.
I am so ready. Where do we even begin?
Let's jump right into the biggest news first. A brand new Pokemon is making its debut. Get ready for Morpeko, the two-sided Pokemon.
Morpeko, you say? That's a cool name. What's so special about this new edition? I need all the details.
Well, Morpeko is an electric-type Pokemon, but here's the catch. It has this really interesting ability called Hunger Switch, and that changes everything.
Hunger Switch. Okay, now you've got my attention. I'm intrigued. What does Hunger Switch do?
Basically, Morpeko's form and type change depending on how hungry it is.
Wait, seriously? It changes types. So we're not just talking about a little cosmetic change here.
No way, this is a total game changer. When Morpeko is in full belly mode, it's a pure electric type. But when it gets hangry, watch out. It transforms into hangry mode and becomes a dark type.
Whoa, a mid-battle type change. Talk about keeping your opponents on their toes.
Yeah.
So I'm in the middle of a duel. My opponent thinks they've got the advantage with their psychic type, and bam, my Morpeko gets hangry, and suddenly it's a dark type powerhouse.
You got it. It's all tied to its charged attack Aura Wheel. Every time Morpeko uses Aura Wheel, it not only gets an attack boost, but it also switches forms because of Hunger Switch.
Wow, that is some next level strategy right there. I can already see trainers building entire teams around this form-changing ability. It's going to be fun to see how this shakes things up, but let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How do we actually catch this Morpeko?
Well, during this Halloween event, your best bet is Battle League. If you're battling in the premium track, you've got a much higher chance of encountering Morpeko as a reward.
So those Battle League veterans are going to have a head start on this one. But for someone like me who's more into catching than battling,
Don't worry, you can still get Morpeko after the event is over, but you'll need to grind a bit and climb the ranks, at least to rank 16.
okay, good to know. I guess I better start practicing my battling skills then. Now, what about max raids? What spooky surprises await us there?
Oh, get ready for this. Max Ghastly is finally making its grand debut in Max Raids.
It's about time. I know a lot of trainers who've been waiting for this moment, especially since Max Gengar is such a powerhouse ghost-type attacker.
Totally. This is a huge opportunity for trainers to stock up on Ghastly candy, especially with all the event bonuses coming up that we'll talk about later.
You had me at event bonuses. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I've got to ask, what about Gigantamax Pokemon? Any truth to those rumors going around?
The rumors are true. Get ready for some epic showdowns because Gigantamax Charizard, Gigantamax Venusaur, and Gigantamax Blastoise are invading 6-star max raids.
Whoa, 3 Gigantamax Pokemon at once. That's intense. Those are some seriously powerful opponents. This isn't your average raid. We're talking next level challenge.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need a strong team and a good group of friends to take these titans down.
Well, I better start coordinating with my local raid group right now. So we've covered max raids, but what about the regular 5-star raids? Who's gracing us with their presence?
Brace yourselves because Origin Form Giratina is back.
Origin Form Giratina. You can never go wrong with a classic. It's a top-tier ghost-type attacker, and personally, one of my all-time favorite legendary Pokemon.
And even if you've already got 1 or 10, it's always a good idea to grab some extra candy to power it up even further.
You can never have too much Giratina candy. That's my motto. Now, what about Mega Raids? Who's going to be the star of the show there?
Get ready for Mega Sableye. Now, it might not be the absolute strongest Mega out there, but
There's always a but.
its dual Ghost and Dark typing makes it a perfect fit for this event, especially with all the Ghost and Dark type Pokemon we'll be seeing. Plus, Mega Evolution is a great way to boost your candy gains.
Speaking of candy gains, did I hear something about a double catch candy bonus during the event?
You heard right. Every Pokemon you catch during the event, you get double the candy. Simple as that.
Okay, you had me at double candy. That's what I'm talking about. Any other bonuses we should know about?
Absolutely. You'll also have an increased chance of getting XL candy from nice, great, and excellent throws, so brush up on those throwing skills, trainers.
XL Candy is crucial for powering up those Pokemon beyond level 40, so this bonus is huge for players looking to dominate in Master League PvP. Or really, any trainer who wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Exactly. This is the perfect time to max out those powerful ghost types. Speaking of which, let's talk about which wild spawns we should be on the lookout for during the event.
Yes, let's get into it.
Shiny hunters rejoice. You've got an increased chance of finding shiny Umbreon in raids and shiny Zorua in the wild.
Shiny Umbreon. Shiny Zorua. Okay, I know what I'm hunting for. Those are two Pokemon that have been notoriously difficult to find in their shiny forms. Now, those are some rare finds, but what about some Pokemon that we should be stocking up on, for the long haul?
Well, for starters, you're going to want to stock up on Litwick Candy. Its final evolution, Chandelure, is a top-tier fire and ghost type attacker. Trust me, you're going to want to have a few of those in your arsenal.
I've always said you can never have too many strong attackers. Plus, Chandelure is just cool, those spooky flickering flames. Chef's kiss.
I know, right? And while we're on the topic of powerful ghost types, don't forget about Shuppet.
Oh, right. Mega Banette is a force to be reckoned with.
It really is. And let's not forget about everyone's favorite purple balloon.
Drifloon. I mean, it's cute and all, but...
Don't underestimate Drifblim. It might look goofy, but it's actually surprisingly strong in the Go Battle League.
Really? I had no idea.
Seriously, don't judge a Pokemon by its cover, especially in Go Battle League. With those extra Drifloon spawns during the event, you can stock up on candy and give it a try.
I'm definitely adding Train a Drifblim to my to-do list. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, but we can't forget about one very important Pokemon. One that's always a fan favorite during Halloween.
Ah, you're talking about everyone's favorite elusive shadow, Spiritomb.
You know it. What would Halloween be without a Spiritomb appearance?
It wouldn't be the same. And this time, Niantic is giving us not one, but 2 ways to encounter this elusive Pokemon.
Well, did you say 2 ways? Now that's what I call a treat. How can we find it?
Well, get this. Spiritomb will be available as a reward encounter in both the free timed research and D field research.
Nice. Completing research tasks, A&D getting a chance to catch one of the rarest Pokemon in the game. That's a win-win in my book.
And with the event lasting a whole week, that gives you plenty of time to tackle all those research tasks.
Wait, did you say a week? This first part of the event?
Oh, there's way more in store.
We're already drowning in Pokemon goodness. Okay, trainers, we're going to take a quick break to catch our breath, and when we come back, we're going to reveal even more about this spectacular Halloween event. Don't go anywhere. All right, trainers, welcome back. I'm ready to dive even deeper into this Pokemon GO Halloween event. Last time, we were on the edge of our seats with all the spooky surprises in Part 1. Now, I'm dying to know what other tricks and treats Niantic has up their sleeves for Part 2.
Oh, you know Niantic loves to keep us guessing.
That they do. So, spill the beans. What's in store for Part 2 of the Pokemon GO Halloween event?
Well, for starters, get ready for a shift in the atmosphere because things are about to get even spookier.
Even spookier? Wait, are you serious? Spookier than Lavender Town music playing at night while you're catching ghost types? How is that even possible?
Niantic has found a way, trust me. Let's just say that exploring at night during Part 2 is going to be, well, let's just say you might want to keep the lights on.
Okay, you've successfully spooked me. I am officially intrigued. I guess we'll have to wait and experience it for ourselves. But enough about the spooky ambiance. Let's talk Pokemon. What kind of exciting encounters can we expect in Part 2? Any hints?
You know, I can't reveal everything, but get ready for some new costumed Pokemon to make their grand debut.
New costumed Pokemon. All right, you know how I feel about Pokemon in cute little outfits. My Pokecoins are going to take a serious hit this event.
I have a feeling they might. And trust me, these new costumes are going to be a huge hit.
I have no doubt. Okay, no more teasing. Tell me, what Pokemon are we talking about here?
Well, I don't want to spoil all the surprises, but let's just say that some fan-favorite Pokemon are getting all dressed up for Halloween.
Fan-favorite Pokemon in costumes. Okay, Niantic, you win. I am so there. Now, I have to ask, aside from costumed Pokemon, are there any other noteworthy additions to the Pokedex in Part 2?
Keep your eyes peeled because we've got a special Pokemon making its Pokemon GO debut.
A Pokemon GO debut. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Are you serious? A brand new Pokemon never before seen in the game.
That's right. And it's one that trainers have been waiting for a very long time.
This is huge. I can already feel the excitement building in the Pokemon GO community. Okay, I know you can't reveal everything, but come on, can you at least give us a little hint about this mysterious new Pokemon?
Let's just say that it's a Pokemon with a bit of a spooky side.
A spooky side, you say? You're killing me with the suspense. When can we expect to learn more about this spooky new edition?
Keep a close eye on those official announcements from Niantic. They'll be revealing more as we get closer to part 2. Don't worry, we'll cover it all right here as soon as we know.
Oh, you know we'll be dissecting every detail. Okay, before we get too caught up in the excitement of part 2, we have to remember that part 1 is still in full swing.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of awesome stuff happening right now that we need to talk about, including some extra ways to catch even rarer Pokemon, but maybe with a little spending involved.
Yeah, that's right. This event's got some goodies for those who don't mind spending a little to enhance their Pokemon Go experience.
All right, you've piqued my interest. Let's talk about these extra goodies. What kind of spending options do we have during part 1?
Well, trainers who want to maximize their Halloween fun can take advantage of not 1, but 2 paid timed research options during part 1.
Oh, 2 whole timed researches.
Yeah.
What are they all about? Lay it on me. What does that first timed research offer?
Okay, so for $5, you can access timed research that focuses on, well, candy, and a lot of it. We're talking triple catch candy for every Pokemon you catch. On top of that, you'll get encounters with some event-themed Pokemon and a sneak peek at a couple new costume Pokemon making their official debut in part 2.
Hold on, rewind that. Did you say triple lead catch candy? That's insane. With so many awesome Pokemon spawning during this event, think of all the candy we could rack up. And early access to the new costumed Pokemon. Come on, you can't just drop that bomb and not tell me which Pokemon we're talking about.
All right, I won't leave you hanging. Get ready for the adorable debut of Froakie and Rowlet, all dressed up in their new Halloween costume.
Costume Froakie. Costume Rowlet. You weren't kidding when you said fan favorites. Those are going straight to the top of my must-catch list.
Okay, you said there are 2 paid timed researches. What about that second one?
Well, the second paid timed research is for my fellow collectors out there. For only $2, you get timed research that focuses on encounters with a variety of costume Pokemon, including some classic favorites.
Classic favorites, you say? Like who?
Well, we're talking about Pokemon like Witch Hat Pikachu, Costume Vulpix, Costume Gengar, Costume Piplup, and Driftbloom. Plus, you'll even get encounters with those new costume Pokemon, Froakie, Pumpkaboo, and Rowlet.
Wow, that is a whole lot of costumed cuteness. It's like a Pokemon Halloween party, and I am here for it. You had me at Witch Hat Pikachu. So much for saving my Pokecoins this month. Oh, but wait. All those costume Pokemon, did they have a chance to be shiny?
Of course they do.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of Halloween event would this be without a chance for some spooky shinies? Music to my ears. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. What else should trainers be focusing on during this spooktacular event?
Well, with that double catch candy bonus going on, this event is the perfect time to stock up on candy for any ghost type or dark type Pokemon you might want to power up.
That's a great point. We can't forget about maximizing those candy gains. Are there any particular Pokemon you recommend focusing on?
Absolutely. If you're aiming for high-level raids or those intense PvP battles, this is a fantastic opportunity to stock up on candy for those powerful ghost types like Chandelure and Mega Banette.
I'm with you there.
And hey, if you're looking to add a fun and maybe a little surprising twist to your Battle League team, remember Driftbloom.
Driftbloom. I never would have thought of it, but hey, I'm always down to try new strategies.
Exactly. Don't let its appearance fool you. Driftbloom can pack a punch. This event is your chance to really take advantage of those Driftbloom spawns and make yours the envy of every trainer out there.
Now, we've talked about the Pokemon, but what about us trainers? What can we do to get in on the Halloween fun? You mentioned some new avatar items earlier. Tell me more.
Get ready to show off your spooky style with the new Halloween Finery set. It is the perfect blend of eerie and elegant, trust me.
Ooh, I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
And for those trainers who prefer a more, shall we say, adorable look, you're also releasing the Woobat top hat.
Exactly, because who doesn't love a Woobat in a top hat?
It's too cute. But wait, there's more. Right, you can't just mention a Woobat top hat and then not tell me what else is coming.
All right, I've saved the best for last. Brace yourselves, because you can also get your hands on Morpeko onesies.
Morpeko onesies. Stop it. Niantic, you're spoiling us. Are you serious?
I'm serious, and get this. You can choose between a full belly mode onesie or a hangry mode onesie.
Oh my gosh, I need both of them. Okay, I'm officially impressed. This might be the best dress-up event you've ever had.
I think so too. And of course, no Halloween celebration would be complete without the spooky ambiance, right?
You already know how much I love it when Pokemon Go goes all out with the music and decorations. What can we expect to see and hear this time around?
Well, first of all, let's talk about the visuals. PokeStops and gyms. Yeah, they're getting decked out for Halloween, of course. But what really sets the mood is the music. When night falls, get ready to be serenaded by the one and only Lavender Town theme.
No way. Lavender Town music. Okay, that's both nostalgic and the perfect amount of eerie for this event. Like walking down memory lane, but with a spooky twist.
It really does set the perfect mood for a ghost-type hunt. And don't forget, if you want to show off your spooky catches this Halloween or just earn some extra Stardust and XP, participate in those PokeStop showcases.
Yes, such a fun way to celebrate and show off your spooky finds. Okay, so much to do, so little time. Speaking of time, we're just about out of it for this part of our deep dive. Should we go over the key event details one last time before we wrap things up? Let's do it. Okay, trainers, listen up. This first part of the Pokemon GO Halloween event is running until Monday, October 28th at 10 local time, giving you a whole week to catch them all. Or, at least try to, because there are a lot of Pokemon to catch.
And remember, this is just part 1. There's a whole other week of spooky surprises coming in part 2.
2 Halloween events back to back. Niantic, I love what you're doing here. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we need to uncover all the spooky secrets of part 2. And there's a lot to unpack.
Oh, you know it.
So stay tuned, trainers, because we'll be right back to dive even deeper into the Pokemon GO Halloween event.
Now that we've covered part 1 of this spooktacular Halloween event, I'm curious to hear from our listeners. What are you most excited about, trainers? Are you team catch 'em all, team costumes for the win, or team new Pokemon, please?
Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, be sure to share your favorite Halloween catches with us. We love to see what you find.
And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future deep dives into the ever-evolving world of Pokemon Go.
Until next time, trainers, stay spooky and happy hunting.